Okay students, so very good evening to all of you. I hope everybody doing great. So students, we are here to practice your tissue chapter. Okay, so I will be having students few questions for all of you, right? You can give me answer your responses in the chat. Okay, and after that we will be watching out the solutions and their different aspects. Okay, so students, I am just putting the first question in front of you. What is the major difference between plant and the animal tissues? So students, if we talk about your plant and the animal tissues, what is going to be the major difference? Okay, so the very first option is going to be A, plant tissue lacks cell wall, lacks cells. After that students, B, animal tissues lacking the organs. Plant tissues have cell walls, or animal tissues have chloroplasts. Vinish, we are having your quiz in this format, okay? You can participate, ask your doubts. So you can be quick and give answer in the chat, students. So what is going to be the correct answer? The very first option A, B, C or D? Okay, very good, Anushka and Sitaram. So very nice attempt, both are absolutely correct. So if we talk about students, correct answer here, it is going to be your C, right? So if we talk about students, the correct answer is going to be C. Plant tissues, if we talk about, okay, they will be having the cell walls in their cells, right, that your animal cells or animal tissues will not be having. Okay, now the next question, animal cells are different from plant cells in lack of. So if we talk about students, animal cells, they are going to be different from the plant cells. So what is going to be the thing that they don't have? Okay, so one of the answer I've got A. Will be coming Purvi with that next time. Yeah. So Sitaram's answer is also A. Okay, so students, let's see the answer. Absolutely correct. So A, cell wall and plastid is going to be absolutely correct answer. If we talk about animal cells, okay, they are going to be different from the plant cells because they lack. What they lack? They lack actually cell wall and the plastid. It's like your chloroplast, okay, leucoplast and chromoplast. Now the next question, students, which of the following is not a type of animal tissue? So which of the following will not be a type of animal tissue? A, epithelial tissues, B, vascular tissues, C, connective tissues, or D, muscular tissues? Okay, very good. Anushka has marked her answer. Tanya, Purvi, Sitaram also marked their answers. Very good, very good. Purvi's answer is also there. Yeah, very nice everybody. So absolutely correct answer. If we talk about the vascular tissues, it will not be present, okay, in your animals. So animals don't have vascular tissue, just like your xylem and the phloem. So correct answer is going to be B. Very good. Now the next question, students, in which type of tissue would you find chloroplasts? So if we talk about, students, the chloroplast, in which type of tissues we can find them? A, animal tissues, B, plant tissues, C, both plant and animal tissues, or D, neither plant nor animal tissues? Very good. So I'm getting answer from Tanya, Sitaram, Purvi, that is B. Then that is going to be absolutely correct answer. Okay, plant tissues, okay, they will be having chloroplast, and that is going to be your plastids. Okay, it's the time when my study is enhanced because of you and others. Okay. Okay students, now let's move towards the next question. Where is nervous tissue primarily found in the human body? So students, nervous tissue primarily, what will be the primary place of the nervous tissues? So nervous tissues are going to be found, students, A, liver, B, brain, C, heart, or D, kidneys, primarily. Okay, Tanya, Anushka, Tanya, again, Anushka, again. Okay, so the first answer I'm getting from Tanya and the second one from Anushka. Both are B and both are absolutely correct, students. The primary place of the nervous tissues in our body, students, it is going to be brain, right? Brain, spinal cord, nerves, these are going to be the parts where the nervous tissues are going to be found. Now the next question. Which of these is a characteristic of muscle tissues? So characteristic, students, of muscle tissues. A, high flexibility, B, excitability and contractility, C, absorption of nutrients, or D, insulation. So Tanya is giving A as the answer. Anushka's answer is also A. Okay. What about others? Can I get some more responses? Okay. So students, I got two answers, both are A, and students, let me tell you, correct answer is going to be B over here. Excitability and contractility is going to be the most important characteristic of the muscles. When muscles will be contracting, students, then only any type of function will be, like any type of movement will be happening inside our body. So there are a special type of your fibers, proteinaceous fibers, so they will be helping in that, okay, just like your myosin, actin, etc. So correct answer is going to be, students, B. Now the next question. Which of the following is a characteristic feature of sclerenchyma cells? So students, if we talk about these sclerenchyma cells, what is going to be the characteristic feature among the following of them? So A, have thin cell walls and large vacuoles. B, have thick lignified walls and dead at maturity. C, thin cell walls and living at maturity. Or D, thick pectin rich walls and living at maturity. So read out all the options, students, very well, and then you can give the most appropriate option as your answer that you think will be the correct one. So I got very first response, that is from Tanya, and it's B. Okay, what about others? Sachin beta, we are taking your quiz in this format today, okay? Okay, so Purvi's answer is also B. Anushka's answer is also B. So here in these answers, first is going to be Tanya, then Purvi, and then Anushka. Okay, so students, absolutely correct answer by all of you three. That is B. Thick lignified walls are going to be there in sclerenchyma cells, and they are going to be dead at maturity. So at maturity, students, right, the sclerenchyma cells are dead because of the deposition of lignin. That is going to be a substance, it will be like present in their cell walls, okay. No problem, Purvi, no problem. Okay, so if we talk about the students, the second option is going to be absolutely correct. What I said, when your sclerenchyma cells are going to be becoming mature, the lots of lignin substance is going to be deposited in their cell wall, and if we talk about their the cytoplasmic region, it will be shrinking a lot, and definitely it will be dead after some time. So majorly your sclerenchyma are present in the plant body for the protection purpose and no living activity actually they require inside them. Okay, so correct answer is going to be your B. Now the next question, students, what is the primary function of collenchyma in plants? So students, if we talk about the collenchyma, what is going to be, students, their primary function in the plants? A, photosynthesis, B, storage of nutrients, C, structural support, or D, transport of water and minerals. Okay, so very first answer I've got from Purvi, then Sachin, then Tanya. Okay, Purvi is saying C, Sachin is also saying C, Tanya is saying A. Okay, so 3 answers I have got as C, 2 answers as C and 1 answer as A. Okay everybody, so let me tell you, students, the correct answer in this particular case, students, it is going to be your structural support. Can you see, students, over here it is written primary function. Okay, it is written as primary function of collenchyma. However, collenchyma can have chloroplast and they can do photosynthesis, right? But their primary function is going to be structural support, right? And in structural support also, students, if we talk about the elasticity and flexibility to the plant, so that they can withstand, okay, if there are going to be lots of high winds, have like very fast winds around the plant, okay, so they will try to break the plant. So at that time, okay, these particular collenchyma are going to be there, that will be giving elasticity or flexibility to the plant and will be helping them to protect from breaking down, right? So students, structural support, and in that too, if we talk about flexibility, will be given by your collenchyma, right? So correct answer is going to be, students, your structural support. One more point, students, let me tell you and make it very clear. If question come in that way, like which of the following will be tissue will be present in the plants for structural support, and there will be 2 options, sclerenchyma and your collenchyma. So the primary, okay, so structural support to the plant will be given by sclerenchyma. So sclerenchyma are going to be, students, primary tissue for protection and structural support, mechanical support, okay. But at the second level, the next tissues are present that will be helping in the structural support, they are going to be your collenchyma. So students, when question comes, okay, in this way, you need to be a little bit aware, okay, that sclerenchyma are at the first position to give structural support and collenchyma are at the second position. But when word is written, spatially elasticity given to the plant by which particular tissue, then your definitely collenchyma will be the correct answer, okay. So with this particular understanding, students, you will be able to give any type of question framed on the function of sclerenchyma or collenchyma. Let's see, students, next question. What distinguishes parenchyma cells from other types of plant cells? So if we talk about, students, other type of plant cells, which thing will be distinguishing parenchyma? A, thick secondary wall, B, dead at maturity, C, ability to divide and differentiate, or D, involvement in the transpiration. Okay, so very first answer I am getting from Purvi, that is C, from Sachin, that is C again. What about others? Tanya is also saying C. So first is going to be the Purvi to give answer, then second Sachin, then third Tanya. What about others? Can I get more answers, students? Okay. Okay, everybody. Tanya has changed her answer, but Anushka has given answer as C. Okay, so correct answer is going to be, students, C only, ability to divide and differentiate. Actually, students, we know that the process of differentiation, when plant will be growing and after that new permanent tissues are going to be formed, they are going to be formed from the meristematic tissues. Here we are talking about the permanent. Collenchyma, parenchyma and sclerenchyma, all 3 are permanent. But students, if we talk about a special thing about the parenchyma, they can de-differentiate. Okay, so students, when parenchyma de-differentiate, they become again meristematic, and it happens, students, the secondary growth of the plant. When plant will be doing its secondary growth, basically when plant increases in the girth or thickness, at that time certain parenchyma cells are there, parenchyma tissues are there in the plant stem. They are de-differentiating and becoming your meristematic again. We call that meristem as secondary meristem, just like your cork cambium and your vascular cambium. Okay, so that is going to be, students, the ability that is there in parenchyma and not in collenchyma or sclerenchyma. Okay, so correct answer, students, is going to be C. They can divide and differentiate. Now the next question, students, which type of permanent tissue is most commonly found, students, in the cortex and pith of the stem? So students, just below the epidermis in the plants we are having your cortex portion, and just in the center, when you cut the plant, okay, in the center the point that is present, that is the pith. So which type of cells are mainly going to be present in the cortex and the pith part of the stem? So Anushka's answer is C, sclerenchyma. What about others? Purvi's answer is B, collenchyma. Okay, Anushka's answer is A, that is parenchyma. Anushka changed her answer. Sachin is saying B, collenchyma. Okay. Okay, students, so students, if we talk about, right, the permanent tissue that will be present, okay, in the cortex and the pith portion. Say example, you are cutting the stem. So while cutting the stems, okay, this is going to be the epidermis, the outermost portion. So this is going to be epidermis. After epidermis, students, but you can say this portion. So this portion is going to be cortex. Okay, innermost lining, student, that is present inside the cortex. Okay, innermost lining, we call it endodermis. So this is going to be endodermis. So we are not going to be, okay, going deep into the endodermis right now. Our main aim is going to be to talk about your pith and the cortex, right? So this is endodermis. Inside endodermis, students, you can see the vascular bundles that will be like this, present all around. So these are going to be vascular bundles. In this vascular bundle, outside is going to be the phloem, inside is going to be the xylem, and in center, student, this point that you can see, okay, in center, this is going to be the pith, right? This is going to be, students, cortex portion. Right? So students, if we talk about this cortex portion, mainly parenchymas are present in the cortex, and in the pith portion also mainly parenchymas are present. One of the very interesting answer I have got, okay, those students who have said B as your answer, because especially here we are talking about the stems. So stems do have, okay, I am not denying that stems don't have cortex like collenchyma portion, okay, just below their epidermis, the hypodermis portion basically, that will be the also one of the section of your cortex portion, we can say, their collenchyma is present, absolutely correct. But the major portion, students, that is going to be there, okay, it is again going to be of your this one, that is going to be parenchyma. Major portion is parenchyma in cortex and the pith, major portion. Okay, in pith though definitely parenchyma is there. So in pith there will be parenchyma, but in cortex portion, students, in basically stems, if you see na, so there can be a little bit changes, okay, in the hypodermis portion only, right? But the main most important abundant cells are going to be of parenchyma cells. Okay, so let's move students with the next question. So correct answer is going to be parenchyma. Now the next question, how do tracheids students in xylem contribute to their function? So if we talk about students xylem, there will be tracheids, okay, tapering ended tubular structures that will be helping in the transport of water inside the plant, okay. So what will be their function? A, have thin walls for nutrient storage. B, have perforated ends for sugar transport. C, have thick walls with pits for water conduction. Or D, have living cells with cytoplasm for support. So I have got one answer from the Purvi, that is C. I have got one more answer from Sachin, that is also C. I got answer from the Tanya also, there is again C only. Waiting for others. Okay, Kamar has came now and the answer is C. Okay students, so students, absolutely correct answer by all of you, that is going to be C, have thick walls and with pits for water conduction. Why this answer is very simple students, if you see now, have thin walls for nutrient exchange, nutrient storage will be not done by tracheids because they have your non-living structure. Second, they are not parenchyma. Parenchyma is living cell that store material, but tracheids have non-living material. We know now in xylem, three things are dead, that your tracheids, that your xylem fibers, and that are going to be your xylem vessels. So these three things are going to be dead in the your xylem, right? So if you see, they cannot store the nutrients. Second thing students, sugar transport, the food transport, again the responsibility of phloem, it is not the responsibility of xylem, so this is also wrong. Then your D, okay, they have living cells, so they don't have living cells, we know it very well. So correct answer is going to be your C, right? Yeah, absolutely correct, right? So now let's move towards the next question students. Which permanent tissue type in plants is primarily responsible for mechanical support and protection? So in one of the students' question, I was explaining something, so I explained this thing as well. So which permanent tissue students will be present in the plants primarily, okay, will be responsible for mechanical support and the protection? So I am getting answer from Purvi as D, okay. What about others? Can I have some more answers? Tanya is saying C, collenchyma. Okay. What about other students? Can I get some more responses? Anushka is saying D, okay. 2D and 1C. Okay everybody, so if you see, correct answer is going to be sclerenchyma. I have already told, okay students, in that particular question when we were discussing the collenchyma, that when question will be coming, which particular permanent tissue is the primary, okay, primary tissue that will be helping for protection and the mechanical support, it will be your sclerenchyma. Primary tissue, okay, the main tissue for protection and support, it is sclerenchyma. Okay, and after that a second level your collenchyma is there. But if it is written students flexibility, then your collenchyma will be definitely the answer. So always remember students, repeating the points again, the primary, okay, tissue that will be responsible for support and protection will be sclerenchyma, right? At sclerenchyma is not given in the options, then you can select collenchyma, okay? And students, last point, when the word will be written elasticity, giving plant flexibility, that particular permanent tissue, again your collenchyma is going to be there, whether your sclerenchyma is written or not, doesn't matter. If flexibility, elasticity word, these are written in the question and you've been asked which tissue will be giving this thing, so your collenchyma will be the correct answer, right? Okay, now let's students move towards the next question. Which characteristic, students, is unique to meristematic tissues compared to the permanent tissues in the plants? So we talk about the permanent tissues in the plants, which characteristic property you can only find in meristematic tissues. So you can see the options, students. A, presence of large central vacuole. B, ability to undergo cell division. C, thick secondary cell walls. Or D, presence of chloroplast. What is going to be, students, the correct answer? So Sachin is giving answer as B. Purvi also has given answer as B. Okay, students, you can be quick. Yeah, Tanya has given answer as B. Very good. Others can also try. Anushka's answer is also B. Okay. So students, absolutely correct answer that you people have given in the chat, and your answer is going to be ability to undergo cell division. That is absolutely correct. Okay. Now, next question. Which type of meristem, students, is responsible for the primary growth of roots and shoots? So we talk about, students, the primary growth of roots and shoots. It will be done by which type of meristems? Just Purvi, second last. Okay. So Tanya is saying answer is C. Okay. What about others? Purvi's answer is C. Sachin's answer is also C. Okay. Yeah. Very good students. Very nice. Yeah. Anushka's answer is also C. Okay. Very nice students. Absolutely correct answer. So apical meristems are going to be there, that will be responsible for the primary growth, or we can say that the growth of the plant in the length. So in the root tip and the shoot tip, these particular meristematic tissues are present, helping in the primary growth of the plant. Now the next question, students. Which hormone, students, is primarily involved in the activity of meristematic tissues? So if we talk about the meristematic tissues, which particular hormone, students, will be primarily involved? Okay, the primary involvement, students, in meristematic tissues is going to be of which hormone? Okay, so I'm getting answer from Anushka as D, that is auxin. Gibberellin, that is said by okay, student, this question will be coming definitely, okay, in your next 10th class in detail. Okay, so auxin is given by Manny. Okay, so students, if you see, correct answer is going to be auxin. Auxin, actually, if you see cytokinin, gibberellin and auxin, all three are going to be important, okay, for the meristematic tissues, for their growth basically, because cytokinin will be helping in the cell division, gibberellin will be helping, okay, in the growth of the stems, and your auxin will also be there. But role of auxin is going to be a little bit more important because it is present in different concentrations along with your cytokinin. and gibberellin, and helping in these particular, okay, like functions that they are doing. No, it is not directly related to that, okay, little bit hormone kind of thing, so that can also come na in your this thing, okay, yeah, so they can come here also because topic you are having na, this topic, so hormones are related to this topic only, so they can come, why not? Okay, so students, this is that from my side. Let's meet in next wonderful session, okay, with some important other topics, okay, and definitely our practice sessions. Till then, have a nice evening, keep growing, keep studying. Bye bye, have a nice evening, good night.